Snazzy header. Hey folks, I put a bunch of items in the agenda, but feel free to add additional stuff. So I just want to kind of publicize a couple of things that's going on right now in terms of some CRD versioning work, config file model. Everything's going to be going for 1.2. And I also want to kind of get some feedback and just publicize some of the stuff that we'll be doing in Galley and in config for 1.2. So again, feel free to jump in and read comments or have a discussion. So one thing that I have is I sent this out to community some time ago, and this is for adding a config file to Galley. Oops, sorry. So this is just like Galley itself is starting to have a lot of command line flags, and this is kind of trying to rationalize that into a file format. I think I kind of publicized this, like nobody objected, so this seems like good to go. I just want to make sure that I have, we have one last chance to kind of comment on this and see if there's anything glaringly obvious that we should be taken into consideration. So please take a look at the document, just leave comments as appropriate. And then otherwise, I think I have a PR for this. I'll be landing this soon. Similarly, we started looking at the versioning of CRDs. I created a little proposal for this. And for 1.2 timeframe, I think the baseline is baseline Kubernetes support is going to be either 1.11 or 1.12. So I think that kind of limits our ability to do certain things. So this kind of proposes a very small change in our CRDs, just adding the version support, and which I think alleviates like a lot of the pressing concerns. Any comments on this, Martin?
Yeah, I think that looks like a good start. Should be sufficient to get us through what we need for the next release, I think.
Okay. So otherwise, I think the basic themes of work for 1.2 that you're kind of looking at is the plumbing this versioning, completing the pilots, removal of Kubernetes stuff from pilots. I think the two big ones that's left is the endpoints work. We already have a PR from Nathan that does this in the 1.1 branch, but it didn't make the 1.1 cut, so it's probably going to be in a subsequent release. It's definitely going to be in 1.2. And the main theme otherwise is going to be just making sure that we finish up all the Git-related work, testing and productionization, and getting it in the stable stage. So there's a couple of other ongoing community work. So one of them is adding MCP as a source for Galley. The other one was there was a desire to actually make Galley scope to namespaces, like make it listen to just a single namespace or multiple specific namespaces. And then there is another one about making Galley self-signed certificates for webhooks. So those will probably also land in the 1.2 timeframe. But otherwise, I think this is the current scope of the work. Is there anything missing? Is there something that we should be adding into the 1.2 scope? I'm running such an efficient meeting. So MCP folks, is there any requirements or any concerns about with the use of MCP stack or in general?
Related to Galley?
Galley or config in general. So and MCP is stack also.
Yeah. Something that came up for us in our explorations lately is we'd like to be able to configure our cert locations to not necessarily point to Etsy certs, but I'm not sure if this is the forum to be discussing that.
So, yeah, that's actually pilots, like, pilots, I think settings you're talking about, right? Because
Yeah.
you guys are using Galley, right?
What was that question?
You guys are not using Galley, right? You are using...
No, just Pilot.
Yeah, so Python has them hardwired, so I think it should be straightforward to add them.
Yeah. Yes, you'll see a PR. Someone will see a PR.
Okay. So any other agenda items? I just want to make sure that I'm publicizing work so that, I think we are going to be resource constrained for the one to we are going to be resource constrained for the 1-2 time frame. The main thing is going to be not having the controller here. Even specs. Yeah, so the main theme for 1-2 is going to be the essentially production quality or the branch quality, making sure that our test works and improving our testing quality and things like that. So that kind of limits our ability to invest too much in this space. But if there's like any point-wise work that should be done, I think we should capture it. So, any thoughts?
I'm not sure if it needs to be captured here, but I obviously am going to have some work going forward for the API management stuff.
So that will be for generating config within Galley, right?
That is correct.
Okay. Yeah. So on that front, so things are a bit in a bizarre world at this point. We have a significant PR in 1.1 from Nathan that changes internals of Galley quite a bit. And I am planning to build on it to kind of rationalize it. So what he did was kind of make the most expedient changes possible. And then I'll take it further and make sure that we have a rational model for generating configuration. And I think you want to kind of align with that. I have a separate PR that shows how it can be done. So I think I can send them your way, right?
Okay.
All right. Any comments, questions? All right, guys. See you in 2 weeks then.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.